Hello everybody, my name is Christian, and today we are going to be reusing content. Anyway, I don't know yet what order these videos will be coming out, but I've grown a lot since I first started making Star Rail videos. There are certain videos that I had a lot of fun with very early on, so I decided I'll be redoing some of them now that the channel is bigger and the game has changed quite a bit and added so many new characters. The first video of 25 things I love about Star Rail was overshadowed by 25 things I hate about Star Rail. So I thought, let's try to finally get a win for positivity with 25 more things I love about Honkai Star Rail. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 1. Acheron. Acheron might be the most fun character in the game to me. There are plenty of other characters I like, and she isn't my favorite in the game either, but she is incredible. Her effects and her aesthetics as a whole are just fantastic and amazing to see. I'm also a very big Allegra Clark fan, and the way she has brought this character to life has been absolutely masterful. I cannot say enough good about what she has done for that character. Acheron is my favorite addition to this game in a while, and is very much carrying most of my damage at this point. Number 2. Clocky. I hated Clocky, and I still kind of feel uncomfortable around him, but god, Star Rail really just gave us a Mickey Mouse, and that is hilarious. He is on this list purely for the fact I can now make horrendous Disney jokes whenever he exists anywhere near me, and also, you know, he was good in the Penacony story, you know, he did a good job. God bless him. Number 3. This line from Aventurine's VA.
Alright, what other lines do we got for Rinny?
Can you say, Doctor, you're huge?
Oh my god!
Oh my.
Doctor, you're huge.
Christian.
They got it! Yeah!
Are you serious? Oh, the doctor!
That's the power of the Doctor!
Wow. Anyway, number 4. The song covers made by Don Hung's voice actor. I made a whole video about these, but that doesn't stop me from bringing it up as often as I can, because my god, these are fantastic. The work and skill all of these covers require is amazing, and for these voice actors to be so good at singing as well as acting, leaves me starstruck, jealous, and bewildered in general. I honestly prefer listening to these covers over the normal songs in most cases, and if you haven't listened to them yet, please, please, please go do so. You will not regret it in the slightest. Number 5. Kafka's eyes without the contact lenses. Never forget, gamers. This is what they took from you. She looks amazing like this, and you will never see her like this again without replaying the entire story. Why, Hoyoverse? Why? Number 6. The animated short of Black Swan and Acheron. So first of all, let me just say this point blank. This short was a lesbian's paradise.
What?
All jokes aside, there is genuinely so much to appreciate about this trailer. The animation, like many of the other shorts, is absolutely beautiful. I can say with confidence, they did Black Swan and Acheron justice in terms of appearance and design. The actual short, though, is by far the most magnificent thing. The imagery throughout the whole first half being so beautiful and calming when Black Swan is in control is a welcome sight, and almost feels relaxing and lets you enjoy the music and animation separately. Then, the second half hits, and boy oh boy, Acheron never disappoints. The second half of this short with Acheron taking control is simply jaw-dropping. This becomes a full experience that you can't just look at one part of. The rising of the music and the visuals change drastically to become brutal as everything comes together to a perfect sync. It is absolutely incredible, to say the very least. The image of a swan being reduced to only the skeleton is still as haunting as it is impossible to look away from. And this short portrayed Acheron and her intensity in a way I don't think many people were truly ready for. This is easily one of the best shorts Star Rail has ever made. Number 7. Penacony as a whole. There is only so much to be said about Penacony, but this has been an absolutely jaw-dropping story. To say this has probably been the most entertaining story arc doesn't exactly feel like a hot take, although I will say there are some aspects of Penacony that felt more like a yap fest than anywhere else in the game. That doesn't diminish the actual impact of the story or how good everything about Penacony is, however. Penacony has gifted us an absolute all-star cast that is hard to ignore. We have Firefly, Robin, Sunday, Black Swan, Akron, and Gallagher all being amazing characters. And yeah, I guess you count too. Penacony not only has a star-studded cast of original characters, but one of the best story moments by far of Akron absolutely sending Aventurine to the Shadow Realm with a single sword slash. Many Honkai Impact fans were excited due to a popular writer being on board as a lead for Penacony, and I must say, bro did not disappoint in the slightest. If this is the level we get going forward, then Star Rail is in very, very safe hands. Number 8. Robin's original album. The fact this character was so hyped up, and then they just deadass gave her a real album of music for people to listen to, is probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Every Robin song is an absolute banger too. Play the trailer music.
Feel the fire deep within. You're the key to where my trust begins. Join my dream, it's just the right time.
Perfection. Number 9. Faye Mata now being a cast member with Jade's inclusion. Alright, so let me go full fanboy, let me go full nerd real quick. These are some of my favorite dub actors of all time. We have Alejandro Saab, who is already in Star Rail as Jing Yuan. Allegra Clark, who is already in Star Rail as Akron. Amelie, who is already in Star Rail as Jing Liu. I can never pronounce her name, and I feel so bad about it. I believe it's Xanthi Hyun? Somebody please correct me, I really, really like her a lot, and I can just never say her name correctly. Either way, Pela in Star Rail. Some of the only people to not be in this game that I really, really like are Erica Lenbeck, Erica Mendez, Joe Zija, and before Jade, Faye Mata. But now, that list is growing shorter each day. Star Rail would truly be a perfect game if I could just get those last few actors in it. There's only 3 left on that list, and Joe is in Genshin. I know you can add him here too, Star Rail. Anyway, yeah. I really like Faye. She was, really good as Petra and Aqua. Next number, please. Number 10, Jade's floppy hat. Staying on the topic of Jade real quick, I just like the floppy hat. I don't really know what to tell y'all. I like it, it's a fun aesthetic, it's a fun look, and it just works. It's simple, but it's good. Number 11, the fact Robin just sings the entire time her ult is active. This is hilarious, and no one can tell me otherwise. This meme I saw the other day sums it up. It is so funny that Robin just might watch her entire team die, and her ass is still just sitting there putting out this pretty song, and I absolutely love it. Robin is one of the characters of all time, and that's for sure. Number 12, how sassy the male Trailblazer is in Harmony form. Y'all need to look at this video I found. I will link everything in the description. This man is killing it, and I absolutely love it.
Magoo.
Number 13, this DPS March build someone in my Discord made. Shout out to Blade. But dear God almighty, we need to analyze this. Take it away, non-scripted me. Ah! Okay, that'll be the sign of where to look. Alright, so I'm doing all this off my phone right now, and I have to download the image later, but we need to talk about this. So, this March is level 80, naturally. 2700 HP, okay. 1800 attack. 2200 defense. 103 speed. 48% crit rate. And 100% crit damage. The traces are not even fully leveled up. There's one of March's bonus abilities is missing. Oh no. And the relics are pretty good. They're pretty far along. Oh my god, this is just one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. God bless Blade for making that. Number 14, the Cosmodesy board game event. There will be another mention about the 1-year anniversary of Star Rail, but let's talk about this separately real quick. This board game was actually a lot of fun, and the interview questions leading into what past Trailblazer you are was a very neat concept. It almost felt like taking the what personality type are you quiz online, but with famous people that you don't know and really don't care about. So really, it's less impressive and impactful in every single way, but hey, it was still pretty fun. Also, gambling with no stakes in a gacha game is an interesting turnaround, but hey, I enjoyed it. Number 15, the 1-year anniversary rewards. I don't mean for this to bring down Genshin, but man, the anniversary rewards for Star Rail were so cool. You got 1600 jades in the mail, 20 special passes just for logging into the game each day for like a week, the Cosmodesy board game, a web event, and arguably the greatest story in the game so far. I don't play nearly as much Genshin, but even with the people who play Genshin that I talk to, Star Rail has been fairly generous for a gacha game, and this anniversary was icing on the cake. This was on top of getting a free, very good 5-star as well in Dr. Ratio. The 1-year anniversary of Star Rail was an absolute treat, and I look forward to seeing what they do next year as well. Number 16, spoiler alert for Penacony story. 3, 2, 1. The fact Firefly isn't actually dead, and neither is Robin. I was someone who personally believed Sam and Firefly weren't the same, so I just thought she had kicked the bucket permanently. I'm very glad to have been proven wrong though. She has really grown on me quite a lot. It would have been far more depressing if two characters I liked a lot both ended up being dead in the story. I would feel a little targeted at that point, and I would have sent a very strongly worded email. Number 17, Boot Hill not being able to swear, yet somehow swearing a lot. I know some people may not enjoy the censorship as a bit joke, but me personally, I find it pretty funny, and Boot Hill nailed it when it came up. The fact someone purposely messed up his beacon or whatever it is, and this was the result, was, first of all, a fine way to make sure someone in a non-mature rated game isn't constantly saying shit. And secondly, unbelievably funny. Like, there's no way this was the intention, right? And if it was, that's even funnier. This person just wanted to be a dick to Boot Hill, and I kinda respect it. Number 18, the incredible banners since the start of Update 2.0. We have been absolutely spoiled lately, with amazing banner after amazing banner since 2.0 released. First, we had Black Swan, who is absolutely beautiful, and a fantastic support for Nihility characters. We also had Sparkle, and while I do dislike her, she has an amazing kit that unlocks or greatly strengthens certain characters and team lineups. Next was Acheron, who, as stated previously, I absolutely love. She is probably one of, if not the strongest DPS in the game right now, and is extremely fun to use. Plus, more Nihility, which was a win for me. After her, we get Aventurine, a hybrid tank who has an amazing follow-up attack, while possessing the same shielding prowess as any other preservation unit. another incredible character. As of now, as of version 2.0 when I'm writing this, we have Robin, an amazing Harmony character with a fantastic buff and skill set that's useful in basically all situations. Also, she's hot. And on the second half, we get Boothill, a character unlike most we've seen, but still looking to be extremely fun to use and extremely powerful. Version 2.3 is set to contain Firefly and Jade as well. Star Rail fans are eating very well right now, and that is a fact. Number 19. This is going to be a wild one, but Himiko still being alive. Weird one to put here, I'm more than well aware, but Honkai games really enjoy killing Himiko. She's been killed once by Raiden Mei, or in this game, Akron, once by Kiana, who is the main character of her respective game, and it is still theorized she will die in this game too. They could do it at any point, so really, I'm just appreciating her while the chance is still there. And you probably should too. Number 20. Argenti wanting to smash a plant. Okay, this isn't exactly accurate, but Argenti really did just casually compliment a plant like it was the greatest thing he had ever seen. And honestly, I love that for him. As long as you're happy, big guy. As long as you're happy. Number 21. The fact they made the IRS hot so it's harder to hate them. Did I stutter? You heard what I said. I'm just saying, if these were the tax collectors, I would never pay my taxes again. Number 22. The cat cakes Ron May made. So, at the time, I hadn't done the event and didn't know about these little guys. They are absolutely adorable, and I love them. They're great, and they look so cuddly as well. Not to mention, them having skins based off of other characters is both hilarious and very, very cute. Some of my favorites are Gwenifen's, Clara's, and Kafka's. This wasn't my favorite event or anything, but I found it way more fun than the next creation event, which was making stupid drinks for monsters. Number 23, support characters. Something incredibly simple, but very nice, is the support characters. One of the weekly bosses giving you trouble? Got some grinding to do, but you just don't have that final piece to complete your optimal team comp? Well, borrow friends. Borrow a complete strangers. Borrow the E6 Akron from your neighbor Phil, who hasn't left his house since 2020. Support characters are such a nice thing to have, and really do help when you're still learning the game or just want to use some different strong characters. They're far from essential, but a very nice touch regardless, which I feel only adds to the game. Number 24, Perma events. This is something that makes me so happy about Star Rail. I hope they never change this, but the ability to go back and play side events that have occurred is amazing. Being able to do the Bellbog Museum quests, the Arm Alley Hustle, and so many other fun and awesome events is something that should not be taken lightly. That is another big complaint I have with Genshin that many others have agreed with me on, and somebody even told me as a possible option for this list. You get free rewards, you get cool bonus interactions and stories, and there is no downside to having it. Take notes, other games. This is how you should do things. And lastly, number 25. The community that's fostered because of making videos about this game. I'll keep this short and sweet, and this is once again unscripted, but the community that I've gotten out of making my little videos has been extremely fun, and I'm very appreciative for it. Pretty recently, we just celebrated my 1-year anniversary on YouTube, and that day really did just kind of remind me how much I enjoy doing this and how lucky I am that I can have even such a small following that really likes and supports what I do specifically. Star Rail has been such a welcome addition to my life, and I really look forward to continuing to do this in the future. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was a lot of fun to go back and see what else has been added to this game that I enjoyed since I made my last video. So many small things I missed, and so many wonderful new things added since then, like Robin, Akron, Penacony, and really just so many more that could have still been on this list. I look forward to doing another one of these in the future, but for now, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!